right. All right, all right. Welcome, working class hustlers. If anybody's out here, oh, Mikey's out here. My man. Mikey is in the building, of course. My producer, Jim, is in the building. I don't know who all is going to show up today, and I'm not going to bore you guys with a whole lot of yip and yap. But this is What to Sell on Amazon, the show where we talk all things selling on Amazon using the arbitrage business model. So yeah, we're going to get started. And for those who might happen to join us later, that's fine. Those who may decide to watch the replay, that will be fine as well. I tell you what, let's give a quick overview as far as what we're going to cover today. Let's see. I had some notes. Who knows where those are? Don't you love it when you take notes and then you don't know where you put your notes so that you can't follow along with the program? It's just old age. Yeah, Mikey says, long time, no talk. Yeah, that's true. But I've been doing my thing. I'm sure you've been doing yours, so we'll get connected. And of course, my neighbor wants to start mowing his grass now so he can keep up with the Joneses. I try to shut a window and see if that helps a little bit. So here's what we're going to cover, guys. This is a tactical arbitrage masterclass. We had some good success with the last one, so we decided, you know what, let's do another one. So there's been some news about tactical arbitrage raising their prices. We're not going to talk too much about it. We're just going to kind of brush over it real quick. And I put a link down in the description to Christopher Grant's video. He goes into a lot more detail, and he's a lot more well versed than I am on it. So we'll let him. But I will show you in my back office what we're looking at with that increase in price, and it's going to depend. So you'll understand once I show it to you. I'm going to show some sales because we had a live maybe maybe 2 or 3 lives ago. I recommended a product, and I want to show what that product did. We're going to do a little bit of sourcing, and if anybody has any questions, we'll take them. I don't know if anybody's going to show up for that. So first things first, we're going to go inside of my tactical arbitrage. Here, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move some things around as I always have to do because I don't know what I'm doing here. And let's see if I can share a screen with you. Now, here, let's see. Let me try this a different way. Okay, so if you look at my memberships, let me see if I can highlight my cursor so we can see a little bit better. We're in settings, and if you come down to change membership, here's what you're going to see. My total usage is 36,071 minutes this billing month. Now, they have a cap, if I understand this correctly. 40,000 minutes is all you get in a month now. And if you look, I'm not set to reset for a whole nother month. So I'm definitely going to have to purchase some extra minutes. That's just the way it is. And I'm not worried about it because I use this software That's why I'm going to approach my maximum, because I'm using it. So, and it makes me enough money that it's worth it. But just to kind of put it into perspective for you, that's what we're looking at. Again, I put a link down in the description if you want to get into Christopher Grant's complete breakdown. That guy is the best, and he gave a full breakdown on that. He talks a lot about it and what you need to be paying attention to. Let's see. Now, here's what we're going to do. I got enough videos that show how to navigate and all that. If you want that, you know where to find it. There are links in the description to all sorts of playlists, and, you know, we have the lightning courses, we have the mini series, we got all that for you. But here's what I want to show you. If we come in, fooling around with this. Hold on. If we come in, this is what tactical arbitrage, this is what your search results can bring you. And I have the columns arranged the way I like. If you were on this live, you remember that at Target, there was this toy from, I want to say it's How to Train Your Dragon or whatever. It was actually a pretty neat item, because if you look, here, we'll take a look at it on Amazon. It actually has a feature where it breathes fire. It was pretty neat. But the bottom line is, I sourced the product right after I think I unboxed it. Yeah, I unboxed it for the live to show it to you. And I wanted to show you what that product has been doing. So, and I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but just for your benefit, because a lot of times people talk, I love going a little bit further into that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you inside of the software that I use to run my business, and it's called Inventory Lab. Okay. Now, if you come in Inventory Labs, you can see I had 2 of those sell. Actually, 1 sold today. So I've sold 3 of them. And what I love about Inventory Lab, you can really see what happened. I paid $18.54, and you're talking about a $16.56 net profit. You got an 89% return on investment. The first one I sold, which was July the 3rd, right before the 4th, guys, we were close to 100%. We were close to doubling our money on that. Now, I do use a repricer called Aura, so that way I don't have to follow along with this. These things are just selling. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, La Machine, how long did this product sit in the warehouse? Because you do have to factor that in. Amazon doesn't let you sit products out there for free, right? So if we take that ASIN, come back over into Inventory Lab, and again, guys, this is what I love about Inventory Lab. We'll come over to closed batches. We'll put that ASIN in there, and then you can see we sent that in right at around the end of May, so close to June. And you could say they probably sat out there for about a month. Okay? I mean, that is huge as far as information that you're going to need as you run your business. So that's the reason why I wanted to show that to you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into a little bit of sourcing. And Mike is saying, in one of your videos, I commented on how to set your your min and max in Inventory Lab. I think you were asking me how I do that, right? I wasn't sure I understood the question. You just type that in at the time that you're creating the listing, and then it stays out there so that when you import it into Aura, or I think you use what's that one? Be Cool, I think you use, whatever it is, it will just be out there. Basically, you're just putting the data out there so that you can later upload it into your repricing software. I think that answers your question. If not, text me, man. You know how to get in contact with me. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna come over into tactical arbitrage. I'm going to just show you how I find items. We're going to come into Search Manager, and you can see right now I have 3 active searches going right now. You'll notice this is a multi-store search, okay? And then you've got a couple of reverse searches. I did them using wholesale. You may not have the wholesale feature, but what I like about wholesale is you can import massive ASIN list to scan. 50,000 you can scan at a clip. So you can see I have one sports and outdoors. I have one patio, lawn and garden. And then I have this multi-product search. I actually like Walgreens. So watch what I do. I'm going to, let's see. I want to get into that search. Let me see. What are they doing to me here? I want to come over to completed. I want to view it, and I tell you, these guys are constantly making changes to this stuff all the time. Ever since this 3 Colts bought the product, and I tell you, it's not that I don't like them, but I'm just like anybody else. I don't always like change. And they're constantly, doing stuff. You should be able to come right in here and view the search progress that has happened so far. Doesn't matter. Another thing we could do, come over to your completed searches. What did we complete? We completed office products. Let me see if there's anything that I really want. You got pet supplies. And you got Walgreens. Let's see here. Yeah, they got this. They've done something crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the dashboard. I'm going to come into my reverse search, and I'm just going to click on view. That'll take all of the searches that are going, and that may not be the way you want to do it. That's the way we're doing it today. Later, when this is over, then it'll be working right again. I just love how this works. Now, I'm going to leave my filters the way they are. If you want to know how to set filters, we have videos that show that. So I'm just going to ignore that. Then what I'm going to do is on the on-page filters, I'm going to deselect everything. I'm going to come down to Walgreens. I want to see if there's anything there that I might want to do, because I love health and beauty, over the counter, that kind of stuff. So we'll let this load. And then the way I have mine set, I'm looking at the ASIN column. I always make sure that that's within view, so that when I click on Tactical Forecaster, I can just let it turn green and keep it moving. Let's see. If you want, you can go to tacticalforecaster.com and check that out. But all I'm doing is looking to see what I can sell. Now, a lot of times I'll try to look and see before I even click into it, because a lot of times you don't have an exact match. You kind of want to save time when you get better at this. The next thing I'll do is come over to Walgreens, see what size they have, see if they will ship. Now we got to match that on Amazon because we got to make sure we got the right size. Okay, we're looking for 1650 milligrams, 250 soft gel count. Let's see. What do we got here? Sometimes you gotta spend a little time to look this over. Depending on the site you're using, they don't always make that easy. Hey, Karen is out here. She uses Tactical Forecaster. Okay. I'm gonna let me see. For the purpose of this, now I would get into it a little bit deeper. The count is right. It's 250 soft gels, but you do want to make sure that you got the right milligram. So we would look deeper into that before we pull the trigger. The next thing you're looking at is the price. You're looking at $20.72, and then when you come over to Amazon, right away you're seeing prices like $20. So you already know this isn't necessarily gonna match. You're not going to be able to make any money with this. Now, this is somebody trying to sell it for $50. He's probably not going to get that. So we can close that out and we can keep it moving. The next product, what is this? I don't know what this is. Now you'll notice that's hazmat. And so for me, that would be a merchant fulfill. But I do merchant fulfills. And when I see estimated monthly sales at 32, I might take a look at that. Again, we're looking at a price of about $9, and I guess it's supposed to be selling for about double that. I don't think this would be good. Let's see. But you can take a quick look. You get better at this as you go. The next thing I would look at is that keeper chart. Just a quick glance. And it didn't load. It may not. Sometimes that happens, guys. Let's see. Oh, looks like Mikey's on his way to the nearest Ollie's. Sheila Gay is out there. What's going on, love? Let's see. We'll keep it moving because I'm not seeing anything I like on that. That's not a match. Sometimes you can look at your images and right away you can see you do not have a match. What is this? Sometimes the images don't match, but it's still the same product because you know products change images all the time. But I don't like I don't like what I'm seeing as far as the spread, as far as the price. Let's look at this. That's another hazmat. You know what? I'm just going to go past that for now. What is this? Some kind of Harry Potter game? Let's see. Let's take a look. Advent calendar. That's a Funko. Harry Potter, 24 pieces. I don't know if this is the same thing or not. Yeah, it is. Sometimes you got to click into the images to really see if you've got a match. Now, I see a suppressed buy box. The minute I see a suppressed buy box, I know it's probably getting a better price. And I don't care about it trying to control the buy box. I like it when there's no buy box for us to fight over and drive prices down because we're trying to control a stupid Oh, by the way, guys, make sure you visit workingclasshustler.com for anything you might need. But no, CJ is headed to Boscov's. All right. Hey, Katie's out there. Long time hustler. Got some of the old school hustlers out here. I appreciate it, guys. Look at the velocity on that. See, just a quick glance at your keeper chart. You see that green line with all that squiggly junk? Right away you can see. Another thing, you don't see any tan lines, so Amazon hasn't been on this product. If you hover over, you've got 38 drops a month in that sales rank column. Look at your average in the blue column. Average is 67.92. There's an Amazon column, but you know what? I'm colorblind. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe they're talking right here. Amazon had it. Yeah, when you hover over that, they had it, and I haven't seen them on it any other time since April. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and click on that. Well, what I'm looking at this point is anybody prime and new, because that's who I'm going to jump in with. I love their prices. The next thing I'm looking at, I'm going to allow the stock to load so I can see what my competition has. This guy has one. This guy has two. This guy has one. Guys, this is looking good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this ASIN. I'm going to come over into Inventory Lab, because I use Inventory Lab to figure out, to kind of really delve deeper and make sure this is going to work price wise. Now you could use, if you don't have Inventory Lab or whatever you might be using, you could use just the free revenue calculator that you get by just having a Seller Central account. Now, let's say we click on, you already got a profit of 50.42, and that's where you see you're not gonna make any money. So that's, now what you could do, go back, and at one point they must have updated their prices. At one point it was 31, 38. Now what you could do, it's probably not gonna work, but what you could do is see if you could sweeten the deal there. So for example, if you could save 4.5 points just on cash back, if there were any gift cards. So for example, I love card cash. That's 11.5 plus 4.5. So you're talking 16%. That ain't gonna give you much, but you could. This is what you could do. Let's see here. Let's get that back down. And that will put you at 47.03. You probably wouldn't want this, because you're only going to make $3.39, and that's only 7%. You don't want to lay out that kind of money for such a small small profit. Let's see what we got here. That's not a big enough spread for me. I can tell I don't want that. I hope you guys had a chance to watch the video from Friday. Let's take a look here. This might be something, but I doubt it. This is probably a multi-pack where you get more than one. Yeah, see, that's a pack of 6. That's not going to work. But this is the way you do it, guys. This is the way I found that product, that Fire Breathing Dragon. This is how you do it. And as you can see, if you're willing to spend the time, you can make the money. We made almost 100% on one. Go back and watch that video. And what you can do with this, This might have been a good one. They no longer had it at Walgreens. You can click on your reverse search and you can let that search. A fountain of useless information says, how often do you order from Walgreens? Once or twice a week or more often? It just depends. I would probably say I order more on a monthly basis. Mikey says you can pay $17 and get Seller Amp, and it has a built-in keep a draft in it too. You can use it Chrome extension. Da da da. Yeah. Let's see. So it's kind of going through the reverse search. I don't think it's gonna find anything. A lot of times when it comes to Walgreens, when they're out, everybody's out. Let's see. What is this? That's hazmat. I'm not going to deal with that right now. That's not a deal breaker for me. But, yeah, I just don't want to deal with it today. Because the thing about me is I do a lot of merchant fulfilled. That has really helped me increase. Because everybody comes to the platform thinking that FBA is the only way to fly, and it is just not. Let's see. Looks like Amazon has that, and that's not always a deal breaker. You could look at the Keepa chart and you might say, okay, look, Amazon has it, but they are always out of stock. And if you see that and you decide, hey, I can pretty much estimate when they're going to be out of stock, then hey, you might go ahead and go with it. Let's see now. So what am I looking at here, guys? From the Keepa chart, I can see rank. I can see what my price is. Now they're giving an adjusted price in case I could get some kind of discount, cash back, gift card, that kind of stuff. That doesn't always work out. But just looking at the price at $9.99, and if it was buy boxing at like 30, then you got that classic setup. If it's selling for 3 times what you pay, generally speaking, you'll be able to make a profit. So you're supposed to be able to make somewhere around 15 and almost, 229% return on investment. I don't know. So the only thing you can do from there is see, is it at the sourcing site for the price that TA said? Is it the brand? It's supposed to be this Milani. Then you come over. Yeah, it's Milani. Then you got to double check if you can see. See, this is a 3 ounce, a 0.3 ounce. You come over 0.21 ounce. You know what? I would go with that because they don't always get the ounces just right. But if somebody on Amazon is paying for 0.21 ounces and you give them a 0.3, shouldn't be a problem. But then you got to make sure you got the right color palette when it comes to makeup. You gotta look at all that. Everyday eyes powder, everyday eyeshadow, cruelty-free metallic. You got to kind of look at all that junk. And I'm not a big makeup guy, so I don't always get this exactly right. Just looking at it though, it looks right. Let's see. I'm just kind of going back and forth with that. You would definitely want to delve deeper into that. If there was a way that you could really verify that. For example, yeah, it's metallic. Because I know it's got to be that. Let's see. From there, again, all I would do is take that ASIN, come over into what I use, which is Inventory Lab, the Scout feature. I'd stick that in there. Now this is saying, the software is saying that there's no FBAs. Let's take a look. There isn't. And that's a big deal, because if you're the only FBA out there, that will put you at an advantage. But you know what? I think I saw something that might help us make sure we got the right one. Let's see. Because you come out to Amazon, you got a bunch of different colors, and you got to make sure you got the right ones here. Must have naturals, smoky essentials, plum basics. What is this? If there's not one that says everyday eyes, I'm getting out of here. Because I don't know. You mess around and get the wrong one, you got a problem. Let's see. Do I run into any IP complaints? No. It's been a while. Now, I'm not going to say that I never have, but generally I don't. Side Hustle 247. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see. I talked about some type of denture stuff in the video that came out on Friday. You guys, you can't go wrong. If you can make the numbers work, now you can't make them work with this, because this is a multi-pack. But if you can't go wrong with those types of products. People need them, and they check the box on replens. A lot of you guys want your replens. Let's see here. You got to remember, guys, this is going to be labor intense. You got to do the work. Let's see what we got here. That's out of stock. You could reverse search that if you want it. Got another poly grip. This is probably another multi-pack. Let's take a look. See that? Yeah, that's a pack of 5. Now remember, a multi-pack, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. If you can make the numbers work, I kind of like multi-packs, because a lot of people don't want to do it. And that gives you that degree of separation that I'm always talking about. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back. And the only one that I had selected was Walgreens. We're going to pick another store. Now, I could go across a few stores, but I'm just going to pick one. Let's see what's going on with Home Depot. And I'm going to click my tactical forecaster. See what turns green. What is this? I don't even know what this is. So, a lot of times doing all this sourcing, you learn about all types of things. So this is a Brita. Let's see. So that would be some type of water filter. I'm going to go out here on Amazon and see what it's doing. I see a suppressed buy box. That's always, like I said, for me, that's definitely a sign to keep going. So if you're going to pay $31.97 before you sweeten the deal, when you see it around $49.99, that could be tight. But let me tell you something else to consider. Let's say, for example, you did a lot of sourcing at Home Depot, which I do, and I don't pay tax at Home Depot because I have a reseller certificate. then you might be able, even if the profit on a particular item isn't that great, you might be able to squeeze it in there because you did an entire haul. Now watch what happens. A haul from that store. Let's see if we can sweeten the deal on that. Let's say you were using this max rebates and you got 8% cash back just by the click of a button. Now this says no gift cards found, but we're not going to just accept that. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go to one of my favorite places. It's called cardcash.com. We're going to see if they have any Home Depot gift cards there. And yeah, they do have some. Now, I'm not saying you want to go through the trouble for 2.8%, but you could. And if you were willing to do that, that's another degree of separation. So what did we say? And don't forget, you can actually get cash back at Card Cash while you're getting a discounted gift card. I mean, this is how you really start stacking, okay? So let's say you went for that 8% plus another 2. We're just going to say 10% for the to make it easy. 31.97 minus 10%. Now you're paying $28.77. Now you're talking about making $7.74, and you could round that up to 27% return on investment. Now that may not be good for some of you, but for me, it is. So again, what am I looking at? I'm making sure that it's not a multi-pack. I'm looking at the keeper chart. What am I looking for? I need a lot of velocity. I need that. I don't want this green line to be flat. I'm looking for a tan shaded area. Is Amazon on the listing? That's not a deal breaker. Okay, but you need to know. I'm looking, is it a suppressed buy box? It is. That tells me it's probably pulling more than what Amazon wants in terms of offering a buy box. They don't like offering a buy box unless the price is where they want it. But guess what? They don't want to lose money, so they still allow us to sell it. Okay, instead of suppressing, and we're not even going to get into that, stranding your inventory and the other things that they do. But now I'm looking at the stock of the other people. I see 1, 5, 3, and the price is going up. Okay, here's a tool. Here's an extension that you get with Tactical Arbitrage. It's the Hummingbird. I can click on that, let it load, and it's estimating 18 sales a month. Now, what if I wanted to get in and get out? I could lower that. I could take a 20% and get in and get out if I wanted to. I don't have to stay where they are. So you run your business the way you want. Thanks, Mike. So yeah, and then once I see one that I really like, the only thing I do is click on this heart, put it into a folder, and I have different folders, but I'll probably put it in the folder titled for me. Now, one more thing before I bounce, guys, because I'm already 8 minutes over, 9 minutes. You know I'm terrible with that. If anybody has ever subscribed or looked at some leads list, you're going to spend about $150. You can get, for $49.99, you can get your leads list plus coaching from me, all of that. And that's something I've done now for a couple of years. I don't talk about it that much, but if you want ungated leads, if you want mixed leads, all of that is down in the description. If you don't want none of that, but you just want to talk to me, text the words Working Class Hustler to the number on your screen. Don't forget, if you're using Tactical Arbitrage and you want that feature where you see me just highlighting and turning it green, the ASIN, so that you can just go right to the products. You don't have to have that, but if that's a tool you want, go to tacticalforecaster.com. Okay. So yeah, just try to remember the way this business works, guys. You got to source your products. And in order to source, you need to evaluate, you need to make the purchase, you need to process, identify your replens, rinse, and repeat. And then most important, you've got to manage your business. You start out hustling. That's great. You keep on hustling, and I guarantee you're going to be hustling backwards because you can't scale the hustle. You can't scale yourself. You got to start identifying the products that really sell over and over. And you got to make sure that you never run out of those products. You cannot run out of those products. Okay? Guys, I got to raise up. If there's anything that I didn't cover, send me. You got my number now. Okay? Send me a text. If we need to hop on a call, we can do it. You can leave a comment right in the remarks. Me and the working class hustlers of America and all across the globe will take care of you. Again, don't forget to visit workingclasshustler.com. We got plenty of resources out there if you want to get ungated, if you want to get a course, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Love you all.